Alright guys, this video is about dot diagrams, otherwise known as Lewis structures or Lewis dot structures. So we're going to do 4 examples. The first example is going to be neon. So you're going to want to have your periodic table, and we're going to find neon, which is here. And so you can see from your periodic table that it has an atomic number of 10, which means neon has 10 protons. And so we are going to be talking about neutral atoms, not ions, which means it has to have 10 electrons as well to balance out its charge. So I'm going to draw a Bohr model of our neon atom. So here's our nucleus. It has the protons and neutrons are there in the nucleus. We're not going to worry about those. And then here's our first energy level. And if you recall, 2 electrons will fit on our first energy level. So I'm going to draw my 2 electrons right there. And then we're going to need to go to our next energy level because we need 10 total electrons. And we're going to fill them one at a time, spin up, and then spin down. And you'll notice we have 8 on our second energy level, and that makes 10 total, which means neon has a full octet, which is why it is a noble gas, and it's also in group 8 of our periodic table. This is group 8 or 8A or 18, and those are the stable atoms or the stable elements. So we're going to write the symbol for neon. And then we're going to make its dot diagram. And so the dot diagram is you're just filling in the valence electrons, which are the ones on the outermost energy level. And we have 8 here, so I'm going to fill in all 8 dots for neon. And that is the dot diagram for neon, which is a noble gas having a full octet or being stable. The next example is going to be potassium. So potassium, if you'll remember, has the symbol K. And we're going to look on our periodic table and find out that it has 19. Ooh, that's blurry. It has 19 for its atomic number, which is its number of protons. And in this case, its number of protons is going to equal its number of electrons. So we have a neutral atom. Not positive or negative, not an ion. And so I'm going to draw my nucleus of potassium. And on the first energy level, we are going to have 2. 2 is all that ever fits on that first energy level. On the second energy level, we can fit 8. And we're not quite up to 19 yet. We're only at 10. So we need a third energy level. And it can also fit 8. And so now we are at 18, which means we need energy level 4. And it will have one lonely electron out there on its 4th energy level. So when we are doing the dot diagram for potassium, we're going to write the symbol K, and then we're going to only fill in the valence electrons, and in this case its valence shell is the 4th energy level, and it only has 1 on its outer shell. So we're just going to bubble in 1 of these. You can do this one. Some people do the one on the right side. It doesn't matter. Just do 1. All right, our third example is nitrogen. So nitrogen on the periodic table is atomic number 7, meaning it has 7 protons. So it also has 7 electrons. So we're going to make our first energy level, which holds 2. And we're going to make our second energy level, which holds 8, but we don't need all 8. because we only need to get to 7. So there's our nitrogen atom. So we're going to write nitrogen N, and you'll count it has 5 valence electrons. And we fill them, it's called the spin, so we fill them around first before they pair up. And you can put the pair here or here, and then these are empty spots like that. All right, the last one is a special case. It's helium. If you look on the periodic table, it is also a noble gas, just like neon. However, helium only occupies the first energy level, which if you'll remember, since it has 2 protons, it only needs 2 electrons, and those both fit on the first energy level. So in this case, we don't need an octet to be full. We only need those 2. So this is stable. It's stable even though it doesn't have an octet. And so we are going to show the dot diagram for helium as the 2 electrons being paired up, and it doesn't actually need anything else. Or you could show it this way. And that's my dog barking, so I'm going to end the video.